Hi, this is Josh at tekamonews. I'm sitting here with Mark from SureGrip. He's going to tell us a little bit about their new units, the endurance models.
Cool.
I know the product.
We appreciate that.
Two button with a horn. We're good to go. Right?
That's exactly what it is.
Mark, what's new about these?
So this is our newest product offering, and yeah, it's called the Endurance Joystick.
Yeah.
And we took over 2 years to design this, and it's a new direction for us in that all of our other products, you can use them in either left or right.
Yeah.
These we've designed specifically to be left or right. We got industrial design people involved.
Yep.
So it's been designed from the ground up to be ergonomic. So, you know, your hand sits nicely on here. People with multiple size hands will work. It's the natural hand position with the angle down. My thumb just naturally sits on where the buttons are by making this vertical.
Yeah, you got an easy reach there.
That's correct.
And like you say, different size hands works well. Are they customizable, the buttons?
So everything's customizable.
Yeah.
So basically what we've done is we've taken our modules and we can make a 2-button module, a 1-button module.
Yeah.
You can have rockers or sliders and they all fit in the same spot.
And they all work
so we
together.
can configure it for anybody's application.
Oh, perfect.
But it's relatively simple to do. And the last thing we've done is even the trigger at the back is exactly the same module.
Okay, so it's all on one.
Everything's standardized, but everything's flexible.
In your part of the world, these would be really good for the construction side of things, right?
That is correct, yes. In your part of the world, these would be really good in construction.
Yeah.
And they appreciate the fact that the buttons will last a long time and are tactile. The whole goal with this is to make sure that not only does it work with your bare hand, but in construction, a lot of times you're outside, you're not covered, and so they're wearing gloves. So that was another prerequisite. If the buttons have to be tactile and easy to press, but you can feel when you press them, even with gloves on. So the buttons...
So very responsive.
Everything is new, and we've designed everything from the ground up. So even the buttons are made entirely by us. We don't buy them.
Yep.
We've built them ground up, put the LEDs in, designed the button, the travel, the spring rate, and everything to be more ergonomic, more comfortable, and more tactile.
What's the expected life of one of these handles, and are they rebuildable?
Basically, the joystick is really the wearing part, and you're looking at about 10 million cycles, and that's a cycle.
Perfect.
The handle will hold up over that entire life. You can repair them, and I know that historically, you would go into the woods and you would replace the components out in the field.
With a few of your little SureGrip switches,
That is correct.
The SW00s.
The SW00s.
Yeah, we go out in the field and do those, right?
So these ones, we would advocate that you bring them back into the shop and do them in a controlled environment. There's a lot more going on in these handles than in
the
our
standards.
old handles.
Yes.
I mean, just the capacitive dead man has its own board. There's 2 other boards in here that are communicating with the joystick and communicating and controlling the buttons. We recommend that you take them to a controlled lab, but yes, we've designed it so you can actually take the modules out, unplug them, and then put a new one in.
Awesome. Perfect. So we do not recommend bush fixes on these.
We do not recommend bush fixes.
No bush fixes up there.
No.
So Mark, I'd like to thank you.
Thanks very much, Josh. Nice to meet you.
SureGrip, tekamonews. We're going home for the day. We live about 100 kilometers apart, but we flew to Germany to meet each other because, you know, that makes sense. Welcome to the world.
That's the Canadian way.
The Canadian way. Thank you.
Thank you.